Tony D and Little Jones asleep on the couch, and this is a screenwriter's rant on Sons of Summer, starring Boba Fett. Smash a like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books, links in the description. Comedy horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys, books 1 through 11, available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. I am currently promoting the Pineys at Clement Farms in Pemberton, New Jersey. So come on out to the blueberry farm from 10 to 3 today. Pick some blueberries and buy the Pineys. Anyhow, so this is kind of like, Point Break kind of type of a movie. Not really, but different. Funny enough, Boba Fett plays the bad guy. Ha! He's better than this in this than he is in Boba Fett. He actually gets to do some acting, I think. The premise is the surfer dude is pressured by his friend to commit one last crime. And of course, he doesn't tell him that the car's full of cocaine, and he steals a car for him. And now the gangster wants his coke back, and he sent Boba Fett to get him. And eventually he kidnaps his girlfriend, holds her hostage, and he has to save her. So, kind of your typical low-level crime movie that escalates, and there's the lead bad guy there. And it escalates to the point at which, people try to stay out of there he is. That's the surfer dude. People try to stay out of life of crime, but it pulls them back in, right? So he was in a life of crime before. He got out. He just wants to surf now and be with his girlfriend. But his guy somehow pressures him, says, if you don't do this for me, I either going to tell your girl you did, or I don't know, do something else. So he decides to pull one last job to get this guy off his back, which is always a bad move. So probably the first act, establish the surfer and his situation, and he really loves surfing. And his friend comes to him, I'm really in a jam, I need $100,000. I don't have it. Just do this one job for me and you're good. So foolishly, he agrees to do one last job. He does it, and of course, I think his girlfriend's at the party, if I'm not mistaken, or somebody important to the plot is. Anyhow, he steals the car. It's full of coke, gives it to his friend, I guess, and immediately the gangster somehow locates him. I'm not sure how. And then perhaps his girlfriend was invited to the party, and that's the angle. She can get him access because, he knows her or something. No, then that would identify him. I'm not sure. But he goes to the party, steals the car, gives it to his friend. But then his friend turns around and betrays him. And when the gangster starts to come after him and his girlfriend, he's like, oh, well, that's your problem. What a jerk, right? So he's like, you got to get back to coke. And he's like, I'm not doing that. That's your problem. Eventually, Boba Fett catches up to his friend. I think he kills him, but he doesn't get the coke back. So then he catches up to one of his other friends. I think he kills him. Still doesn't get the coke back. Eventually he gets the girlfriend, and by this time they're broken up. So he kidnaps her and says, bring me my coke or I'm going to kill your girlfriend. So I guess Surfer Dude has to get the coke or save the girl or both. Because I don't think he has the coke at that point. Maybe he does. I don't know. I don't think so. So the third act, that would be most of the second act, leading all the way up to that. And then the third act would be fighting Boba Fett. And for some reason, it happens on a cliff. This is either shot in Hawaii or Australia. The reason I say that, there's a lot of Australian accents. So I'm thinking Australia, and they do a lot of surfing there. But then the cliffs kind of threw me. I don't know if there's a lot of cliffs in Australia. Maybe there are. Not a real, geographer on Australia. But here he is doing his Boba Fett thing. I wasn't sure if it was Boba Fett. Like, that shot of him looks like Boba Fett. The other shots didn't really look. Is that? I guess that's Australia, right? That must be one of the big cities. Maybe that's Perth. I don't recognize it. But that's the girlfriend there. And then there's another hot girl in it. July 28th from Lionsgate. I mean, this doesn't look too bad. I mean, you got Boba Fett. He's a bit of a name, I guess. And he is acting. See, you got all these clips. I guess they have them in Australia. Why wouldn't they, I guess? So, yeah, Boba Fett's doing some acting here. He emoted more in this trailer than I think any of the clips I saw of Boba Fett. Boba Fett, it looked totally dead in terms of emotion. This, he looks like, he's an evil guy. Why wasn't he like that in Boba Fett? Boba Fett's kind of a bad dude. I don't know. I'm not here to complain about Boba Fett. Yet I did. So would I see this? Maybe. I don't know. I don't think I'd go to the movies for it, but if it was on a rental and it didn't cost me anything, maybe. If it was on one of my streaming services and I heard it was okay, it looks all right. I mean, I think it'll be pretty watchable. I don't think there's a whole lot of surprises in it for me, but I do like low-level gangster stuff. Sometimes it can be interesting. I mean, maybe if they delve into the details of the mob scene in Australia, which I don't know anything about, that could be very interesting to me. Let's see. I got a bit of a write-up here. Sons of Summer, on demand and digital July 28th. Oh, in theaters too. Yeah, I don't know if it'll get distribution here, but maybe limited. Here we go. In the spirit of Point Break. There you go. Comes the dazzling thriller that mixes crime action and incredible surfing stunts. I don't know. Like, what is he going to be on the surfboard going... To mark the anniversary of his father's death, Sean takes his friends on a road trip to his surfer dad's favorite beach. But Sean's drug-dealing friend forces him to do one last favor, steal a heroin shipment. I thought he said coke in the trailer, but maybe it was heroin. From a local mobster, and the crime lord retaliates by kidnapping Sean's girlfriend in an attempt to get his drugs back. Can Sean get back to town in time to save both her life and his own? I would guess yes. Doesn't seem to be a downer of a movie. It would be a pretty big downer if he died at the end, or she did. The only thing I think this is missing is don't really see the skills from the surfer dude. Like, Boba Fett's bringing the gravitas. He's an older actor. He's doing it. Surfer dude, I'm not really seeing the moves for him, and I'm not sure how surfing would figure into the fighting. But maybe he is. I mean, he stole the car in the trailer, so maybe he's capable. But I don't know. I needed like a scene of him fighting, maybe that, and like the fight scenes here, they don't look super great. Doesn't look like 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 that kind of stuff. It's just it was kind of hard to discern in the trailer. So I wouldn't watch this for the action, but it could be good. I mean, I think it is decent. Again, I think it would be pretty watchable. Fine summer movie. Get to see the surfing, and probably could use some like high-end rock music or something. But other than that, yeah, I think it'd be okay. I would probably watch it on digital though. That would be my call. Yeah, I don't know. If I could get my friends to go watch it, if it was like a group thing, I'd go. But I don't know if my friends want to go watch an Australian surfer steal some drugs and try to get them back. I don't know. It'd be a tough sell for me. Anyhow, that's it for me, Tony D, and Little Joan asleep on the couch. Thanks for tuning in. Check out Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble for our more based takes later. And also check me out at Clement's Farm today in Pemberton, New Jersey, 10 to 3. Hope to see you there. We'll see you in the next one.